I love using AI. Like I use AI for so much of my workflow to help me get things done a lot faster, all that good stuff. But there are, like with good, there can be things you can use AI for bad as well, just like with everything else. So today we're going to be talking about a topic that my guy Yakar sent over to me. AI pimping. Yes, I said it. AI pimping. You guys remember with UGK and Jay Z, big pimping. But now we are AI pimping. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. That's what we're going to cover today. But first, welcome to another episode of The Bug Bite, hosted by your truly tech coach Ralph, where we're engineered to win. Today's episode of The Bug Bite, like I said, we're going to be talking about AI pimping, how AI social media influencers are doing its crazy thing. That's the plan for today. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. All right, let's go. So this article is brought to us by Wired.com. And the title of the article is Inside the Booming AI Pimping Industry. AI-generated influencers based on stolen images of real-life adult content creators are flooding social media sites. Here we go. All right. So let's get into this article written by, so the animation is by Jackie Van Leeuw. And and it's written by Jason Kobler and Emmanuel Mayberg in Security, written November 20th, 2024, at least published on that date at least. All right. So it starts off with Instagram. It's a pretty long, I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but Instagram is flooded with hundreds of AI-generated influencers who are stealing videos from real models and adult content creators, giving them AI-generated faces and monetizing their bodies with links to dating sites, Patreons, OnlyFans competitors, and various AI apps. Like I was saying in the intro, what you can use for good, you can also use for bad. And here's the crazy thing about it, right? So they're taking the physical appearance of these like real people, and they're getting AI generated faces and changing their faces for that, and now they're making a bunch of money off of that. Crazy. So the practice, first reported by 404 Media in April, has since exploded in the popularity, showing that Instagram is unable or unwilling to stop the flood of AI-generated content on its platform and protect the human creators on Instagram who say they are now competing with AI content in a way that is impacting their ability to make a living. Oof, tough, right? According to a review of more than 1,000 AI-generated Instagram accounts, Discord channels where the people who make this content share tips and discuss strategy, and several guides that explain how to make money by AI pimping. It is now trivially easy to make these accounts and monetize them using an assortment of off-the-shelf AI tools and apps. So it's pretty easy to do this. So, if you want to, I can't suggest, I cannot recommend you do this, right? But you can make a lot of money doing it, though. You can make a lot of money doing this. So some of these apps are hosted on the Apple App and Google Play stores. Our investigation shows that what was once a niche problem on the platform has industrialized in scale, and it shows what social media may become in the near future, a space where AI-generated content eclipses that of humans. Look, I'm just going to say this, right? People want to get their content regardless of how it is. They want to get their content, right? So, and here's the thing about this. With what the article is saying is like, okay, these apps to generate this type of stuff is on like, App Store, the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. But here's the way that you can work around it, right? Because the purpose of the app isn't to use it for something negative, but if people use their apps to generate this type of stuff, what is it that you're asking to do? Should Google ban the app from Apple should ban the app from everybody, or are you saying they should selectively target, or should they be monitoring the prompts that are being put in or the images that are being put in? Like, what is it? Like, what is this? What is the recommendation that's being asked for? Because the standalone, I don't know which app you're talking about in particular, but standalone, the app itself isn't necessarily the problem. It's what human beings, what people are using the app to do, what AI is what human beings are using AI to do, right? So, I mean, I remember during the like leading up to the election, I was trying to use a image generating AI app, and like to get some, and I just to test it out, I put in some like the candidates that were running, and it told me that during the election season we are not going to be generating images. I should try it again. I should try it again now that the election is over. We're not going to be generating images of the political candidates, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. That I was kind of annoyed by it that they would have that in place, but it was it is what it is. It is what it is. Like you're paying to use their app, so they can do whatever they want with it. Anyways, it says, let's see, let's continue. So, Elena St. James, an adult content creator who promotes her work on Instagram, said she and other adult content creators are now directly competing with these AI ripoff accounts, which many of which use photographs and videos stolen from adult content creators and Instagram models. She said that while there may be other changes to Instagram's algorithm that could have contributed to this, since the explosion of AI generated influencers accounts on Instagram, her reach went down tremendously. Typically, from a typical 1 million to 5 million views a month to not cracking a million in the last 10 months, and sometimes coming under 500,000 views. When AI takes over your industry, it is over. It is over. As a famous failed presidential candidate said, do not come, right? I'm just saying. All right, bad choice of words. My goodness gracious. Anyways. This is probably one of the reasons my views are going down. St. James told us in an interview, it's because I'm competing with something that is unnatural. All right. Let's slow that down a bit, all right? Let's slow down a bit. I do not know this, Elena St. James, but my guess is that there are many, many, many entertainers in this industry who are also unnatural. I'm just saying. Don't at me. Don't come at me. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. I think your choice of words, Mrs. St. James, is a poor choice. Talking about you're competing with something that is unnatural. I'm pretty sure a lot of regular people, a lot of regular women would say, hey, we're also competing with something that is unnatural. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Anyways, I digress. Let's continue. All right. So Alexio Manzarli, the director of the Security, Trust, and Safety Initiative at Cornell Tech and formerly principal of Trust and Safety Intelligence at Google, compiled a list of around 900 accounts that 404 Media reviewed in its investigation. Manzarlis, I just call it Alexio, right? Who stumbled on one of these accounts while casually using Instagram. Stumbled across the account. Okay, Alexio, we got you, right? While casually using Instagram, said he started researching the AI-generated influencer accounts because it might show us where AI-generated content is taking social media and the internet more broadly, where he sees a rising blended unreality. So Alexios believes he could have easily found 900 more accounts, and that the only reason he didn't get more is that Instagram restricted the account he used to scrape the platform. Well, create another account. All right. It felt like a possible sign of what social media is going to look like in 5 years. Alexio said in an interview, because this may be coming to other parts of the internet, not just the attractive people niche on Instagram. This is probably a sign that is going to be pretty bad. All right. So the accounts. Out of more than 1,000 AI-generated Instagram influencer accounts, we reviewed 100 include at least some deepfake content which took existing videos, usually from models and adult entertainment performers, and replaced their face with AI-generated generated face to make those videos seem like new original content, consistent with other AI-generated images and videos shared by the AI-generated influencer. The other 900 accounts shared images that in some cases were trained on real photographs and in some cases made to look like celebrities, but were entirely AI generated, not edited photographs or videos. So they trained the model using real so it says like, all right, go and take this picture, this picture, this picture, and now I want you to generate pictures of this model, like an actual person, this AI generated person, but I want you to create it based on this figure of these different photographs, and now create your own thing, right? So it's not edited, it's not edited photographs, it's not videos, it's just entirely AI generated, but it's based on a learning model, right? So out of those 100 accounts that share deepfakes or face swapped videos, 60 self-identify as being AI generated, writing in their bios that they are a virtual model and influencer, or stating all photos and crafted with AI and apps, right? So they have that in the bio. The other 40 do not include any disclaimer stating that they are AI generated. One of the bigger accounts in the latter category is Chloe Johnson, who has a verified account on Instagram and 171,000 followers. This account was deleted by Meta within the past few weeks. It says, using Google Lens, which finds similar images on the web, a 404 Media reader was able to find the original source videos that 9 of Johnson's Instagram posts were based on. That showed the person running Johnson's account is swapping the face of the AI influencer onto bodies of real women, including the models Tana Rain, Skylar Simpson, Kyla Nesinowski. Other videos were stolen from TikTok and Instagram users who are not famous and who have a smaller number of followers. They gave me some names, and we've also seen face swapping accounts source their videos from swimwear runways, runway shows, and Getty stock image and video site iStock. So they're using stock photography as well. All right, so this is a really, really long article. So we'll probably take it in different pieces throughout the next few weeks to get more insight on this. But yeah, let's go back to full screen as we wrap this one up, because I don't want this video to go too long. But we can break it down in different pieces. But yeah, all right. So basically, this is what's going on, right? These AI social media influencers are stealing the bodies of real people, entertainers, for lack of a better word, and they are using that to create their own content, and then they are running up the bag. They're getting up views. So you got to think about it like this, right? Some guy says, you know what, I'm going to create an Instagram account and I'm going to come up with some nice name to give my AI generated model, and I'm going to train that model onto using some other real human beings, right? And now all they have to do is generate AI generated content over and over and over and over again, and just post it, schedule it to post on a regular basis. And they can even probably create their own AI bots to communicate, to leave comments and stuff like that, communicate with people. And now they are running up the bag, while the real people, the real entertainers, quote, I put real in quotes, but the real entertainers are suffering and losing. Now the question is, now if you're using a real person likeness to generate your content, I think that's wrong, right? But if everything is being fully AI generated, and now you're competing with real people, what should happen? Should the real people adjust, or should they also embrace using AI and stuff? I don't know. It's very, very tricky on what can you if you're going to be using AI nefariously, how can you bring it into your current business model so that you can make something work? I don't know. It's a very slippery slope. But my question is, should Meta, Facebook, Google, all these platforms, should they say, no, we're not going to allow AI influencers? Because if you ban these AI influencers, do you ban AI in other aspects as well? Especially if they're disclaiming. Now, if they're stealing somebody's, name, image, and likeness, that's a different story. But if it is fully AI generated, then, you know, how do you handle that? So let me know what your thoughts, right? What are your thoughts on that? Like if it is fully AI generated and now your AI is competing with humans, should the actual companies tamp that down? Should, like, for instance, you've seen us use the AI clone on this channel, right? Now, what if these influencers create an AI clone where it can, communicate with people? What, like, should they stop that? Because now they get more reach. Should the entertainers create their own AI clone to compete? I don't know. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. I'm just curious. It's like I said at the beginning, the ways that AI can be used for good can also be used for bad. So we'll see. All right. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of The Bug Bite, hosted by your shitty tech coach, Ralph, where we're engineered to win. Do me a big favor on your way out. If you had a good time, if you enjoyed it, go ahead and like the video. And if you think somebody else would appreciate it, share the video as well. If you have been here for more than one time, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can know every time I go live and drop new content. And if you need additional information, how I use AI, how I use LinkedIn, Glassdoor, one-on-one coaching, so many different opportunities, go to techcoachrap.dev. You can sign up today and we can run it up together. But with that being said, and on this topic, I am going to get out of here and I'm going to take a shower because it was crazy to read all this type of stuff. It is what it is. This is Tech Coach Ralph with another episode of The Bug Bite. We are out.
You're caught in a glitch. What's the fix this time? Chasing down bugs. Oh, it feels like a crime. Every software tale got a story to tell. In the world of tech, it's a digital swell. Watch us dive deep in lines of code, finding the truth on this heavy road. Welcome to the Bug Bite, we unveil the fight. In a world of software, we'll shine the light. From errors to dangers, we'll guide your way. Stay tuned for the scoop every single day. Cyber shadows lurk in the data stream. Hacking our dreams, is it all just a scheme? From the latest news to the viral threat, we break it all down, you ain't seen nothing yet. With every bug found, we take a stance. Join in the rhythm, give tech a chance. Welcome to the Bug Bite, we unveil the fight. In a world of software, we'll shine the light. From errors to dangers, we'll guide your way. Stay tuned for the scoop every single day. Hit the subscribe, don't miss out the fun. Together we'll conquer one bug at a run. We'll guide your way. Stay tuned for the scoop every single day. So hit that subscribe, don't miss out the fun. Together we'll conquer one bug at a run.